So this is going to be a bit of a different snippet from us. It is a very somber time right now. I've been up for quite a bit. I haven't been sleeping well the last couple of days. And I think we wanted to share some thoughts about the current state of what's going on in this country. I think first and foremost, our prayers and thoughts are with Charlie Kirk's family, everyone who was there impacted by this. This is a very sad moment in the U.S. history. I think this is a moment we're going to look back on, and things will have changed because of this. And I mean, it's this. I had an idea of what I was going to say when we hit record, and I don't know. I mean, this is horrible. So I don't think we really want to share many of the details about the shooting. It's been 48 hours since then. A lot of the details are still coming in. The shooter has been, or suspect has been apprehended. They are in custody, but I think it's too soon to really tell any real info from what's going on. Stuff's going to be an ongoing developing story. So to start with, if you want info on what's going on, I'm sure you can go find it from wherever you get your trusted news from. That being said, I think it's important that we talk about the climate online right now and what we're seeing the reaction of. It's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to nervous laugh there because I mean, I've never seen anything like this. If you haven't been paying attention to the rhetoric going on right now, I don't blame you. I think it's wise for a lot of people to unplug and kind of step back and take a moment to understand what's gone on. But also, I don't think we can hide from this. I don't think we can turn back what's happened. I think we need to move forward, and we need to learn from this, because this event, I think, opened a lot of eyes. A man was murdered for having open discussion and dialogue and debate and having different opinions. Well, let me rephrase. We still don't know the true motive of the shooter yet, but that's what it looks like. But that's not even the focus I want to be. I want to have the focus on the reaction to the shooting. Tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, and maybe even millions of your fellow citizens are celebrating online that Charlie Kirk is dead. These are people you work with, people you may pass on the street. They may be a part of your family. These are sick people. I've thought long and hard for 48 hours on what this means and what I think about this, and these are sick people. To applaud and celebrate the death of someone who you disagree with is just, I don't understand how we got here. I mean, they're calling and just the vitriol in which they're responding, the cheers, the TikTok videos, this is sad for so many reasons. Besides just the tragedy itself, this is a sad state we are in right now. There is no place for violence, political violence in this country. Right, left, it does not matter. It's unacceptable. This is not how we run this country. I'm parroting exactly what I'm sure most politicians are saying right now, but there is a sliver of truth to that. I mean, there's truth to that. They're right. But not recognizing the danger of having this many people celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk it's not good. And I trying not to feel not radicalized, but I mean, I'm trying to look at this rationally, but I don't see how we walk back from that. I don't see how we bring the temperature down, so to say, is all the politicians are saying. I'm at a loss. I don't know what the answer is. I know what the answer should be, and it's nonviolent. But I don't know how we can achieve it right now. I'm shocked and appalled at the number at this. I just don't know. Have you seen this type of conversation with anyone on the right when those Democrat representatives were killed in political violence?
I mean, no, I haven't. I didn't.
I'm sure there were some nutcases,
mm-hmm.
but it didn't make the news. That's the people's reaction didn't make the news. That's for sure.
Right.
And I mean, it's really telling because if you look back at Trump's assassination attempts, the rhetoric around that is the same rhetoric we're seeing now from these people, but they were unhappy that he was still alive. And I'm shocked that I didn't feel this way then,
mm-hmm.
because that is just as bad. But I guess because of, I don't know, I mean, the attempt failed. It's Trump. He is a divisive figure, whether you agree with him or not. He does, he's very polarizing. But also more so the fact that he was a presidential candidate. And as sad as it is, we are we have not seen political violence aimed towards presidential candidates and presidents in the past. So it was within this accepted realm where, we weren't happy about it, but it was, that's why they've got security.
Right.
Charlie Kirk was a man who debated kids on college campuses. Whether you agree with what he said or not, he was not a politician. He was at best a political activist. And to think people are celebrating his death like this, it's tragic. It really is. I don't know how we mend. I don't know how you have a conversation with someone who cheers that on. And we here at Inquiry Theory, we're big on conversation, asking questions, sharing different views, and reevaluating your beliefs and your opinions based upon new information. I don't see how you do that with someone who is celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. I don't see how you do that.
I don't see how you do that with somebody who's going to celebrate the death of anybody. It doesn't matter who they're celebrating the death of. It's just like somebody who is okay with celebrating the fact that somebody got murdered is pretty much insane.
Had this been any figure had this reaction spread through the right over the death of those representatives a couple months ago, we'd be making this video too.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a right or left issue. This is a morality and this is morale. I mean, this is these people. The morality of these people is not It's not what Americans should be.
No, not even close. I mean, like, I was watching some of the videos of, there was one specific video, was the vigil they were having the night of the assassination, and there was a truck, I guess, I was driving through and was yelling obscene things about Charlie Kirk and everything in the middle of these, like, bunch of people praying for him, stuff like that. And I guess they ended up pulling him out of the car or something. They were, like, beating him up and stuff. And it's just, as I was watching it, I was like, man, this looks like a scene from a movie where, like, there's civil unrest, you know, and like a movie I've seen, like, somewhere, like, that's not America. Like, this isn't what, like, it's just, my point is, I feel like society's falling apart,
slipping.
You know what I mean? Like, what America's meant to be. You know what I mean? Because, like, this shouldn't be happening because of something that happened to somebody that was just having conversations with somebody.
Yeah,
you know, that's all it was. You know, and he got a little bit too popular. You know, I feel like, and some people didn't like that, and that's the direction that they chose to go. And I feel like that's a scary direction. You know, like, it's, America doesn't look like America right now.
No, it doesn't. And I don't condone the violence, the people at the vigil of attacking that guy.
Yeah.
I don't condone that. Please stay nonviolent. Do not get violent over this. It's not the right way forward. The right way forward is conversation, debate, and it really is. The conversation is peaceful, or the path forward is peaceful. Just because I can't see a path forward right now because I'm still very raw and emotional about this, doesn't mean there isn't one that's peaceful, and we need to remember that and stay peaceful. I don't have an answer. We don't have an answer. I hope that we can find one moving forward in this. How do we mend this? But for right now, with how raw and fresh this is, I think there is a lot of people who are feeling hopeless. I know I have for the last day or two. But I will say this. Celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk and believing that you are on the side of good while you revel in the death of your opposition, you are not intimidating anybody. There are going to be more Charlie Kirks now because of this.
100%.
You have not stopped anybody. You have not won anyone over. If anything, you are driving people away from your cause. If you truly believe in your cause, then you need to convince people with words and debate and that. And you do not go to violence, and you do not go to glorification of violence. I think for far too long, we have accepted a very dangerous rhetoric from our leaders, right and left, about this. I will post a clip here of some of the rhetoric we're talking about. Note that it is primarily left-leaning because as of right now, this is primarily a left side issue of this rhetoric. I'm not going to say that the right doesn't partake in this rhetoric either, but we're 48 hours after the death of Charlie Kirk, and so this is what we're talking about right now. So I'm going to play the clip.
You know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
You got to be ready to throw a punch. Well, you have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
Feel like punching him.
I think I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
Okay. When was the last time
An actor assassinated a president.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
We're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the
Well, this is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
So that is what we're talking about. This idea of punch a Nazi in the face. Well, when everyone you disagree with is a Nazi and you've been conditioned to punch them in the face, why not take it a step further?
Well, they're not even Nazis either.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's so like it looks like, well, it doesn't look like it is like it's them labeling these people as Nazis and then telling people to go and punch them in the face and, you know, whatever else has been said. You know, it's so it's not like you're actually going up to a Nazi that's, you know,
you're not going up to Hitler himself,
like atrocious things, and you're like getting, you know, vengeance for it. You know what I mean?
You're punching someone because
somebody told
fly
you to.
A different. They have a different sign in their yard than you.
Not even that. You're punching somebody because somebody told you to.
Yes.
You know, you're like you're jumping off that bridge because everybody else is doing it. Or not even because everybody else is doing it. You're jumping off that bridge because somebody's telling you to jump off that bridge. Like, it's just insane. Like, why are you just taking everybody's, or not everybody's, but why are you taking why would you take their words for
Why would
truth?
You allow yourself
to
be incited into this, to be hyped up into this rage, to be thrown into this rage where someone you disagree with, you can't stand them so much so, and you're not willing to have a conversation with them, that you think that you are okay with them dying.
No, like you can't really think these people are Nazis, right?
No. And to anyone,
fascists, like the whole fascism thing, like that's insane to me. About how like they're like the MAGA movement's considered fascist by the left
for having conversation.
Yeah,
that's not telling.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's I don't even 100% know what fascism is.
Yeah,
but it's like it's a totalitarian type of
authoritarian control through like silencing opposition.
Yeah, like Hitler was a fascist. The Nazis were fascists, right? And what did they expelled a bunch of people, you know, and
so to anyone
for no reason, you know what I mean? Like I can see how, like with the whole deportation of illegal immigrants and stuff, can be seen as kind of similar to. Like I can see how people have connected the dots, but it's not really the same thing.
No, I can see how people have spun the dots.
Right. Thank you. Yeah.
They've spun the dots. The dots are not connecting.
How, like they're spinning the dots, but it's not at all the same thing.
No.
Not at all the same thing.
And I wanted to say
not at all fascism.
No. We will have a full episode on this, I think.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the shooting, but kind of the political state of things right now, of misconceptions about each side and stuff like that.
Yeah, which is relevant to what has happened.
Yes,
with Charlie Kirk. Like, you know, I think it's more so from the political situation that our country is in right now, more so than it is like what Charlie Kirk was actually doing himself.
Yes. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'll just
which is so sad.
It is tragic.
Yep.
And I was very emotional in the first 24 hours, and I've never met the guy, and I didn't even really watch him that much. Just a little bit.
Well, no, yeah, it hit me pretty hard. Like didn't watch him like all day every day, but
I've seen the clips.
I followed his stuff. You know,
I watched some of his debates. Like, I mean, it's
like, and I didn't even necessarily agree with everything the dude said all the time.
No,
but
real quick, that qualifier, I don't like that qualifier because like, I'm not saying you in general, but
what do you mean?
So I didn't even agree with everything he said. That should be.
I shouldn't have to say that.
You shouldn't have to say that because you should not be agreeing with every single thing anyone says.
Right.
You should always think for yourself and come to your own conclusion. And
the reason we have to say that is because as soon as I say like I watch Charlie Kirk, like I'm like automatically able to be labeled as whatever he was labeled as. You know what I mean? So now I have to throw in there like, I didn't agree with every single thing he said, so I'm not exactly like, you know what I mean? Like which is stupid to have to do.
To anyone that doesn't understand why people are so emotional about this. I'll admit it, I broke down quite a bit in the first 24 hours.
No, I found out about it 5 minutes into walking into my shift at work.
Oh gosh, you had to work through the day with that.
I didn't work. I just sat there. Like like you said, I didn't know the guy, right? But it was more so
what does this mean?
Yeah, what does this mean? Like this actually like it's crazy.
So to anyone,
like you said, he wasn't a political figure. He's just a guy.
He's
just a guy.
And my point about to anyone who doesn't understand why this reaction is happening, why we're so emotional about this.
I guess he was a political figure. He wasn't a politician, though.
No.
You know, like he wasn't in any power. He wasn't in any power to actually change things. He was changing things because what he was saying made sense.
Yes, he was appealing to the younger generation and winning over the younger generation.
You know, it's not like he had any actual power to change laws or do any of this. These things. You know, like.
So if you can't understand the sadness, anger, frustration of everyone right now, please listen to what I have to say. We're feeling like this because they killed me. They killed you. They killed my parents. And they rejoiced over it. They killed your slightly crazy conservative uncle. They killed the average moderate conservative. Was shot and killed. And like I said before, we don't know the true motive of everything with the shooter. I'm sure that'll come out, but that's what I'm focusing on is the reaction to the killing of them. I watched as I saw all this unfold. I could put myself in his shoes and see them rejoicing for me being killed. I could see them rejoicing for anyone that I know, even people that aren't necessarily in my life that are conservative, but just are willing to listen and have conversation. They cheered. They cheered their death. We all saw ourselves in Charlie Kirk because as much as some actors, some media personalities, some influencers, some people who disagree with him would like to make you believe, he was not a fascist. He was not a white supremacist. He was not all of these labels that they've given to him. Sure, he had some ideals that were a little more traditional. Sure, he had some more Christian ideals that maybe not everyone would agree with. Sure, he had things that not like he didn't approve of homosexuality. There's things that you can critique of his beliefs, but that's what you do. You critique them. You don't kill him. And I'm just thinking the fact that I saw Stephen King tweeted that he cheered on the stoning of gay people was absolutely insane. He ended up apologizing later on Twitter because he's like, I didn't actually do my research, and he actually was very supportive of the gay community. Yeah, that's because people have been spreading malicious lies about what he believed. So if you think that he was any sort of ist, any sort of term that he's been labeled as, if you believe that, please go watch his full debates. Do not watch viral clips. That doesn't do it justice. Watch his full debate. Watch any debate he has and come back and revisit this, and you'll understand why we're so scared by this. Why we're scared at the reaction of a not insignificant part of the country celebrating this. I mean, it's. We try to be pretty open on this podcast. We try to look at multiple perspectives and multiple sides. But there's not multiple sides to this. There's one side, and then there's the evil side. There's two sides. There's the side that recognizes the line we just crossed as a country, and there's a side that is popping bottles and celebrating right now. And I do not advocate for violence by anybody. But you need to take a good look at what's going on and realize that this is a dangerous turning point in this country if we do not tone down this rhetoric, if we do not start stepping back from this edge. I never want anyone to be killed for their beliefs, for any reason. Nobody should be killed like that. Nobody, everyone should be able to share their opinions in safety. But we're seeing a significant number of people in this country who don't agree with that. And that's scary. So I think we've gone a bit longer than we intended. We just wanted to have a quick little thought on this. And I think there's a lot to unpack with this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have to come back around to it for sure.
We will, especially as the story develops. But I want to leave us there that whether you agree or disagree with Charlie Kirk, his death was a tragedy. It is not something to be celebrating. It is something to be mourning. If not
for him, for the country.
Yes. Thank you. Exactly what I was going to say.
The democracy and your freedom.
Yes. This is a line that we cannot go any further beyond this line. We crossed a line with this, and we need to step back from it. I'm concerned that we can't. I'm very concerned that we can't. I fear that we do not walk back from this. But I think we need to try. We don't have the answers for you. I don't think anyone has the answers right now. But if we can leave you with any message, it's if you were feeling hurt by this, upset, angry, if you want to retaliate for this, I understand. I feel it too. Don't do anything Charlie Kirk would not do. Don't do it. Have a discussion. Have a conversation. Have open dialogue with everybody. Do not rush to rash actions on this. Step back and think. That being said, if you are reveling in this, which I doubt any of you that are reveling in this are watching this, but if you are, please look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are cheering on the death of a 31-year-old father with 2 young kids who did nothing but share an opinion that you did not like. That his 4-year-old daughter will never, ever embrace her father again. That all she has left of him is fragmented memories that she may not even remember as she grows older. And his 2-year-old son will never know who he was besides from his videos. He's left a widow, wife he loved very much. That's who you're celebrating dying. And if that doesn't wake you up, if that does not speak to you, then I fear all hope is lost. I truly do not know how to reach you and save you. God bless America, God bless Charlie Kirk, and God bless everyone.